everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're...
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Eight yards to go here on second down. Play action. It's gone. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, Goff. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Second and 10, Goff. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember meeting him when he was playing at Cal, and I remember walking away thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his jersey, it should just say confidence, because that's how he felt about his own abilities and his ability to elevate a team.
On first down, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that'll set them back 5. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught by Darius Stewart. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And some room to work. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac. Did you trade 6s for 3s?
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Looking deep here for Ebert. He's got him in, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance. That would drive a team towards a victory.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Off on first down. Letting one go deep for the ends. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. And man, Charles, talking about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Rodgers to Montgomery on the draw. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielding just inside the 20. And shutting him off, now open field. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And Detroit getting set to go now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Sheds off the tackle. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That goes for a gain of 31.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield, you throw the ball up in the air? That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
And a give this time to the tailback. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Running back. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
On every snap, the defense is trying to establish who they are. But on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Now Zach Hawker on to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just to chip him. And Hawker's kick here is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency to move the ball. At least
and his first carry, he loses the football. And some space here. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They go play action here on first down. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, here's Rodgers. This is caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jan Brown leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are back within a score. And a great example there, just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better, that they work on training camp, off-season work, OTAs, but also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Shoves him aside. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. First down throw, gone. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's Goff now on second down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Draw play, Rodgers to Montgomery. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Stewart, it's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. Here's Rodgers to throw. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Room here to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Lions are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Packers didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Lions on offense early in the first. He stays up the middle on the run, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Now 1st and 10, plays found on the quick pass, and he finds his mark for the score. The lead now at 11. and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 33-yard line. Packers still on the field. Middle of the field, the pass will be caught, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Packers down by 7. First and 10. Goff's got the completion through the middle, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 48-yard line. So that'll do it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We're going back under the lights for the second half of this Thursday night matchup.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And an alley. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Time running out here on the play clock. Goff now to throw. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Just beating the play clock is gone. Powering forward. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play clock winding down.
Delay the game. Offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Finding his safety valve here. That's this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So where to get symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. And we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And now running right through him. A second stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw on second down is gone. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers, because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Here's Goff, and his pass incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Goff. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Aaron Rodgers in the offense heading back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking from the gun, Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And Detroit getting set to go now. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron, 26 yards. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Hawker out now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is...
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Third and long. It's gone. And he connects with Ebron. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Jim Caldwell is showing a little confidence in the offense, leaving them out there here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it is incomplete. Jim Caldwell's guys cannot come through there on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call.
Touchdown, Packers! A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Packers get a score closer. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate, let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Are able to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, if the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down following the run. The play clock's running down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And they'll bring it down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. Rodgers going to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb from 3 yards out. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Looks like he'll throw here. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And now down to 14 as he spikes it to stop the clock. So 2nd and 10 here. Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. They find some open field here. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it was just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Detroit, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.